Hey babies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Now's a good time to go ahead and subscribe. And of course, if you are not new here and you guys know how this stuff goes, go ahead and comment down below some Forever gang so I know that you were here. So as you guys can see from the title, today I'm actually giving you a 1-year big chop update. So if you guys did not know, around March, April of last year, 2020, I actually decided to do a big chop. It became a big chop and a continuous chop for about the next 6 months until I was able to get rid of all the heat damage that I had all over my head. I'll definitely be sure to try to include a couple of clips just so you guys can see like the growth of my hair over time. You guys know, if you guys have been here for a while, my hair has gone through so many different changes, from me deciding, okay, I want a short blunt bob, to me saying, you know what, I think I want to just have my hair more natural. I'm not going to have any heat damage, none of that stuff, y'all. So I've been back and forth, back and forth. So ultimately, my hair has consistently been around this length. I'm now at that point where I'm like, look, we're gonna just go ahead and grow this out. So that's where we are. We're definitely making sure to focus on maintaining healthy hair at all times, keeping it moisturized, hydrated, and using as little to no heat as possible. So you guys will get to see more continuous like protective styles over the next couple of months, years, so on and so forth. And so yeah, today I just wanted to show you what my hair was looking like. This is day 2 after I've had my hair silk pressed and all that good stuff. I did get a mini trim, which was not too bad. I did actually have some braids in for about a month. I'll be sure to post that content. I don't know if this will come out before or after that, but either way, I'll be sure to include some clips here as well. What I'm going to do just to kind of refresh my hair, as of right now, I do feel that for whatever reason, my hair typically feels really smooth after a silk press, but then a few hours kind of goes by. Not only does it start to get a little frizzy, obviously it's not heat trained because I probably put heat on my hair maybe once every 3 to 4 months. And so I just want to show you what I'm going to be using. So I do have some of the MIZANI Thermal Smooth, of course, as a heat protectant. I'm actually going to go ahead and heat up my Babyless flat iron, and I have this on, I think I'm going to put this on at 350 just because my hair does not need much of a bulk at all. So I'm going to take a little bit of this smoother here. Let me make sure. Okay, so it is opened. Last time I used it, I was like, where is the product? Why is it not pumping? So what I'm going to do is end up having to transfer this number 1 out of this bottle. All right, so I have a little bit of oil on my hands. I'm going to go ahead and apply that directly to my hair. Usually I like to focus on the ends just because that's where most of the time the heat damage kind of starts to revert, and then go ahead and take it throughout all of your hair. And of course, if you guys didn't know, typically you would just wrap your hair once you have it straight. I'm just coming to kind of tell you some of the things that I've kind of struggled with over this past year, what has been some of my successes, just because I feel like once you start the journey to healthy hair, it's not always like perfect. There was definitely times where I was like, oh my god, my hair does not feel like it's growing at all. And so that was kind of frustrating. Oh yeah, so in the middle of this, I'm going to be using some of the MIZANI finishing spray. So what I'm going to do essentially is go through my hair and just kind of refresh it a little bit. Now technically I shouldn't be putting any heat on it, but honestly I just feel like the girl needs some curls, okay? So that's what I want to do. I want to go ahead and just kind of refresh my hair, curl it a little bit, and see what's going on. But yeah, so some of my favorite, I guess, moments of actually doing the big chop was trying to actually do like a wash and go. I did a video, spray a little bit of that. I did a video on doing the actual wash and go, and you guys, first of all, that was a struggle within itself. Let's just talk about that. I'm just literally bumping my hair. So yeah, that wash and go was a struggle within itself. I think throughout the entire year, I maybe tried to do 2 wash and goes just because I could not find the perfect consistency of products. And then the second time that I did it, it was like, okay, this is a better consistency, But then I started to complain about the length. So it was like always something, right? Never happy, never satisfied. Y'all, yes, I'm loving the way that it's sitting. And that hairspray, the one that I'm using is a styling and finish polish. It is humidity resistant. So it's definitely going to help kind of cut down my hair reverting so quickly. Like, ugh. Anyway, yeah, so I definitely enjoyed doing the wash and goes. Although I didn't do many, it definitely just sent me back to the days like when I originally did my big chop in high school, before it was like a cool thing to do. Yeah, I was just so proud of that, and it was so liberating to just literally wear my little bitty curls and feel like I was like doing something for myself for once, you know? So yeah, so that was just kind of like a trip down memory lane. I'm actually going to split this into two just to do a little bit smaller sections. And this spray does wonders. So it kind of acts as like a heat protectant. And like I said, I have my flat iron really, really low. Now, one of the biggest struggles was keeping up with my trends. I think there was points in time where I was just like, y'all, like, my hair was looking good, okay? It would get to a length and I'm just like, oh, I see the inches. And then when I would, you know, kind of blow dry it out, get it as straight as possible without having to like commit to doing a full blown, you know, silk press, I'm like, dang, these ends gotta go. Like, that is literally the hardest part sometimes. Like, I don't really mind trimming my hair. I actually enjoy the way that feels, just like, you know, getting rid of old ends. But at the same time, it kind of feels like, you're taking 2 steps forward, so I have to take 1 step back. And so that was kind of irritating, but I did a really good job this year of consistently keeping up with my trends. I actually put it on my calendar, and that really helps me. So if you guys need help with that also, like, it really helps to get a little organized. Get yourself a calendar, go ahead and mark it. And that way, set a reminder on your phone. That way, of course, time is flying by. You'd be surprised how quick 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks flies by and you completely forget. So when I would get that reminder, it was kind of like bittersweet. It was like, all right, time to see where we are. So that was exciting. And as you guys can see, my hair is already past the length that it was when I originally did the big chop. It's way healthier. Everything is like super symmetrical. My hair is finally one length all over, and not like in a bob way, but in a like, okay, I really just cut my hair all in one length. Oh, I almost messed up. Okay, let me put a little hairspray over here. But yes, so those were probably some of my favorite moments. If you guys are wondering what products I've been using lately, it's been MIZANI everything. No lie, it's been MIZANI everything. These products have been my go-to, all the way down to their leave-in. And I don't even mean like to use their products to straighten my hair. I've literally been using their products to keep my hair moisturized in between protective styles. So I don't know, I've fallen in love with MIZANI all over again. So yeah, and it's accessible to the public, of course. So if you guys are wondering like, oh, Chrissy, I don't have like a license to be able to get some of those higher end products, don't worry. Your local beauty supply store tends to carry a lot of the products, and you can also find them on Amazon. Now you may pay a little bit more, but it's worth it. Look at my hair. Like, what's the question? There is no question, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I've really been loving this, and I'm just thinking like probably by this time of next year my hair will probably be twice this length. So given that I continue to keep up with my trends and make sure that I'm not like putting too much heat on my hair, which like I said I never really do anyway, I think we should pretty much be good, and we can finally say like, listen, we have a routine going. I've also been using a hair oil that I told you guys I was working on. So that actually helps the nape of my neck grow. So I want to show you guys that also. Like, look at the nape. First of all, this is the very base. And this part, I don't know if you guys have been really following me, but I used to actually trim up the nape area, just because it was like doing ponytails, just the hair would just be a little too short, so it wouldn't go up into the ponytail properly. You guys, I have 2 inches of that like very low nape area. Come on now. And then right above that at the base, look how long it is. It's the length of the rest of my hair. So I'm super proud, super proud of that, just because, like, y'all, we've come a long way, okay? We really have. And I mean, it's always exciting once you see your hair like growing and doing what it is you want it to do, and just knowing that like it's because you were disciplined, focused, driven, consistent. And I feel like that's something that just kind of rolls over into everything in your life. If you can kind of maintain that balance and that flow with something as simple as your hair, you know, just imagine where that'll take you. It's like self-care, right? Self-love, self-care, given to yourself. Like literally, this is your garden. Water your garden, protect your flower, the crown, hello. So yeah, all that good stuff. And y'all can see my part is not directly in the middle. It is kind of a little slant, but that's cool. Okay, a little off-center action going. I cannot believe how shiny, bouncy, and healthy my hair looks, y'all. Mind you, I haven't really worn it straight at all, so there's that. But yeah, shampoos, conditioner, I'll list all the products that I've been using lately down below. I probably should do like an Amazon store just so that you guys can see, because most of the time I just order everything off Amazon. It's real quick. And then I recently got a steamer, so I'll be giving you a few little clips, probably not in this video. So make sure you turn on your post notifications. I'm actually going to show you how to moisturize and hydrate really dry hair. I don't know if y'all know, but when I tell you my hair gets dry, really dry, really quick, really easy. It takes nothing. So I'll definitely be sure to post that link, at least to my Amazon store. I got a great one. Or if not, I'll just straight up put the links there so you guys can see it and be able to get the products also. And for the most part, I've been using only products that, you know, are geared towards thick, coarse textures. Also, anything that, you know, is supposed to be geared towards like hydration, moisture. And that's another reason why I got the steamer, because of course it literally forces the moisture from the water directly into your hair. So great way to kind of deep condition from the outside in, inside out. So this last little piece, I'm gonna go ahead and spray her down. And y'all can see I'm spraying closer to the ends because for some people, their roots tend to lift a little faster. For me, it's my end. So you know, of course, if you're going through your hair and just kind of doing a quick bump refresh, definitely make sure to pay attention to that. All right, last little piece. Boom, voila. I guess I should have asked you guys what are some questions you would have wanted to know for this big, you know, update 1 year situation. But I feel like it's pretty simple and straight to the point in my case, only because I'm constantly recording videos. So every single hairstyle that I did this past year, you guys, congratulations, got a chance to actually see. So you guys literally were able to see week to week progress on what it was I was doing to my hair, how I was wearing it, maintaining it, leaving it alone, the trims, all that stuff in between, which is a really good thing, especially now that I've been vlogging and stuff. So let me just show you what this looks like from the back. Let me see it from behind. And I know I have on black, so it gets a little weird. But just look at that length, thickness, bounciness, shininess. Baby, let's get into it. Okay. And I feel like I have so many videos on how to straighten your hair that it's kind of like, I don't really want to do it until my hair is much longer than this, just because somebody's going to type in how to straighten your hair, ForeverCryssy going to pop up 3 to 6 times, and then go like, okay, but your hair is still the same length, and it's year after year after year after year. Listen, that's like, come on. If y'all want to see an updated one, I'll do it. But to be completely honest, the routine is about the same. It's like small differences, maybe like in the products. But overall, the methods are exactly the same. Y'all, my hair is so smooth. Take a little bit of this hairspray, get rid of some of these flyaways. And then, of course, y'all know, for nighttime, you would just go ahead and wrap it up. And if you don't want to wrap, you can actually put this in some curlers. So I don't have like any of the really, really chunky curlers, but you can definitely take this into maybe 4 sections. And I would literally just like curl them under. So then that way, once you take it out in the morning, all you have to do is comb through and you are good. That hairspray definitely helps like a ton. And it didn't weigh my hair down, and it doesn't feel like sticky or any of that. It's like, you guys can see how it literally just kind of help it stay into place. So if you guys are not familiar with how to wrap your hair, I'm actually going to go ahead and show you this now. So what I actually have is a silk wrap. So this is actually kind of like a hat, bonnet type of situation. It has silk on the inside. So the link to this will be posted down in my description box, just because it's super convenient. It's not extra stretchy, but it keeps your hair in place without holding it down, causing too much compression, no dents, lumps, bumps, none of that. And like I said, it's satin on the inside for the 16th time. Alright, so of course you can use whatever brush you want to. I'm actually going to be using one of these like kind of like wig detangler brushes, just because it really does a great job of gripping all of the hair. So if you have like even a detangler brush, so maybe even like the what is this one? So you guys remember the Denman brushes? I would probably use something like this, because it literally picks up the hair and snatches it where it needs to go. So I wouldn't recommend using a comb. You could even use a paddle brush, but for whatever reason, it's the texture in the Denman brush bristles, and also like these detangler brushes that provide just enough friction to pull that hair, pick it up, and kind of just move it where it needs to go. So if you're right-handed, you're going to wrap to the right. If you are left-handed, you're going to wrap to the left. If you wear your parts on the right side, you're going to wrap to the left. If you wear your part on the left side, you're going to wrap to the right. I wear my part in the middle. Don't matter which way doesn't matter which way I wrap. Just, you know, the goal is to get it wrapped. So if you are not familiar with how to do this, this is not a tutorial, okay? This is just kind of step-by-step of what Christiana does. So I'm going to go ahead and just start from the middle part. I kind of section off behind my ears, and I literally start piece by piece. So I'm going to start by moving this section of hair over. And you want to make sure that the flattest part is going to be at the center of your head, because it needs to stay flat, okay? That's just what it is. And so I'm going to go ahead and just continue to wrap. Alright, taking section by section and smoothing it over into the direction that you need it to go. And you guys can see we are doing that with no problem. So we are wrapping around our hand. So the center is the circle, and we are wrapping around the circle. So ultimately, this entire space should be completely flat by the time we get done, and the wrap will continue around your head. So you want to go ahead. Remember, I said we're taking everything into that direction, whether you're going to the right or the left. You're going to continue to just add on a little bit more hair into the direction that you need it to go. Using your hand just to kind of hold it down. You guys can see that wrap is going this way. You're going to continue to take another section, go right around, holding it down, and eventually you'll get back to where you started, of course. And so you're like, Chrissy, my wrap is falling down. I know. That's why this cap is about to be super convenient, right? So tilting your head definitely helps. But if your hair is super silky and it's just simply not staying wrapped, you guys saw I just kept going around my head. If it does come out in any of the areas, this cap is going to help you out. So whether you use a satin wig cap, which I don't believe they exist, but a dome cap, any of those type of spandex caps, Those will work perfectly. You can do the exact same thing. And so you're going to go ahead and pop this on. What I did was literally use my hand to continue to push my hair down, slide this down. I'll probably have to do like a slow-mo for y'all just because it kind of happened quickly. And I can literally feel that my hair is wrapped on the inside. So you can use the cap to continue to move this around. All right. Boom, our hair is wrapped. We still have that center here. If you want, you can put on another scarf, but I actually find that this is perfect because, like I said, you're getting the coverage. It's tight enough to go around your head, and you do not have to worry about it sweating out. It is super duper comfortable, and it's not heavy at all. Definitely breathable, so you don't have to worry about like, girl, I didn't put on a bonnet, I put on a satin scarf, and then now when you wake up the next morning, your roots are sweated out because it was too much heat and your freaking head could not breathe. So yeah, that's just a really quick way that I put my hair up, and then of course I'm wrapping in the morning and we back at it again. Don't add no more heat to your hair though. So yeah, that's pretty much that on that. Definitely, I would say just some takeaways for this. If you guys are ready to start your new healthy hair journey, definitely make sure that you are washing your hair at least once every 2 weeks at the very least, okay? Try not to scratch your scalp too much. Make sure you aren't wearing like really tight ponytails. If you can, take the ponytails out at night. If you are going to be wearing wigs, braids, anything like that, definitely make sure that you are constantly hydrating your hair. Do not leave those wigs on for 3 weeks at a time without taking them off at some point. Like, make sure that you are hydrating. That is going to be the most important thing for length retention, is to ensure that your hair is constantly hydrated, moisturized, so then that way when your hair is growing out, those ends are not just splitting up. Make sure that you are getting those trims. Make sure that you are not overutilizing heat if you are going to be using it at all. Make sure that you are on top of those gels. A lot of those gels that you guys like to use on the edges, just do those snatch ponytails and stuff, it's cute, but just be aware of the alcohol and things like that, which is why I'm saying make sure to wash that hair, girl. Wash it, okay? Don't just be doing style after style and think you good. Because when you take that ponytail out, you're gonna have a little spot that's gonna be trickling up. So anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. Takeaway is hydrate, trim, moisturize. And when I say hydrate, I'm talking about put water to the hair. Water to the hair. Wash that hair. Okay? Trim the hair. If it needs a cut, okay, do the cut. Don't be dusting ends that need to be cut, okay? And then, of course, moisturize. Make sure that you are moisturizing. Hydration. We need to lock it in any way that you can. And, yeah, of course, love yourself. That's it, real quick. Accept yourself in every stage, whether you are a TWA or you are loud, proud, got a big afro, and you are out here dipping it and doing it. But yeah, till then, I will see you guys later. Leave any comments or questions down below. I love you guys so much. Stay pretty, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, babies.